Donk Nation, Jax and Janet's greetings and welcome to your daily dose of donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, coming back again this week to bring you the power rankings for week 8. Hopefully, y'all caught the bug cap that just preceded this show by just a little bit. Things are busy, getting ready to go on a little trip. So, we're putting the content out all nice and together. This week, Gingy's homework didn't quite make it to us in time, so we only have the power index and Lasker's power rankings to go off of. So let's go ahead, let's get right into it. This is the Power Rankings Power Index show, so let's start with the Donk Nation Power Index. We'll start at the bottom. The Carolina Panthers, they didn't play, so they really don't get a move. They stay down at 32. Arizona slips down to 31, another big loss for them. The Giants come in at 30, and let's just run 29 through 20 really quick. You got the New England Patriots off a huge win in Buffalo, but really the stats weren't that too pretty for them. Denver moving up a little bit, getting up to 28. We got Chicago right above them. Are they going to stick with a backup quarterback going forward till the injury on theirs? They won the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Right above them is the other team that had it, Vegas. You got Washington and just, man, Sam Howell getting sacked on pace with David Carr. That's terrible stuff to see. Got Green Bay right above them. The Jordan Love era has not started the way they wanted. Tennessee above them, another team that's just seeming to sell everyone. They made a couple more trades with Philly, getting rid of former All-Pros and bringing in Terrell Edmonds in one place. You got the Chargers right above them at 22. This team just seems to be taking a step back, and honestly, the coach seems to still be holding them back there. Minnesota right above them at 21, a huge primetime win against the Niners. Really seem to expose some things that if you get an early lead and make the Niners have to throw the ball, there is victories to be had. Right. Let's start the top 20 now. We got the Colts coming in at 20 off a heartbreaking loss against Cleveland. Gardner Minshew tried a lot, but turned the ball over a lot. While the Browns defense gave up a bunch of points, they also scored about 17. Cincinnati, bye week, they kind of stay pat. New Orleans, what's really going on there? The Derek Carr drama just seems to be slipping over. The Rams come in at 17, losing to the Steelers doesn't help. The Jets come in at a surprising 16, playing really good defense. If Wilson can just not turn the ball over, maybe good things happen there. Tampa Bay comes in at 15. They just did not show up against Atlanta. Baker has to play better. Atlanta's right above them at 14. They didn't play great. Their young first-round running back Robinson doesn't see the ball much in the first half, but they come away with the win on the road in a division game. That's huge for Atlanta. Above them, at unlucky number 13, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is our team scoring 24 points. The defense not allowing much, making some big splash plays. Is there something special going on again? Like a team that just doesn't seem to be deserving of wins. That's a commonplace thing in Pittsburgh, it feels. Above them is the team that blew them out. Houston, let's see if C.J. Stroud, now that people are starting to get more and more game tape on him, can figure out his weaknesses. The last team not making the top 10 is the Seattle Seahawks. Geno just struggling in some big games, needs to get a little better. They're just outside the top 10 in both offense and defense and points, too, which is kind of ironic. Start the top 10. We got the Cleveland Browns. Losing their quarterback in the game, defense stepping up, giving them some points, and the Browns got it done. Slipping down is the Buffalo Bills. They fall to 9 as they just couldn't get the job done in New England. 8 is the Miami Dolphins, team that got beat by Philly. There's a lot of penalties going one way and not the other there. But Miami, again, showing if you can slow down their offense, they can be in trouble. Detroit comes in at number 7 after getting absolutely spanked by the Baltimore Ravens. Just not a good look for them. They need to be rebound next week. Jacksonville Jaguars come in at 6. We'll see how Sunshine's doing with his pretty hair. He's coming into Pittsburgh. Let's get some pressure on him. Dallas comes in at 5. A bye week was actually a good thing for them. They got to move up as some of the other teams that are really holding big didn't show up. Baltimore comes in at 4. That team looked absolutely great playing Detroit, another team that should be on the better edge of things. That was a good showing for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, and especially that defense there. Philly comes in at 3. What can you say? They keep adding more and more former All-Stars. They had Byron from Tennessee this week. They're already rich there. They stay healthy. Again, they're a Super Bowl contender. San Francisco slides down to number 2. They got exposed again when playing from behind. The team just struggles a little more, and it doesn't let that pass rush, which is what is the big part of San Francisco, be as disruptive as it is when you have a lead. At number 1, you got the Kansas City Chiefs. Who would have thought that the Chiefs' offense is ahead or behind their defense at this point of the year? The Chiefs with the number 2 scoring defense, only the number 6 scoring offense. Kind of an odd thing to see. If you're curious, Baltimore's the number 1 scoring defense in the league, and Miami, of course, the top scoring offense in the league. So that does it for the power index. That means it's time to take a look at what Laskers has going on in his power rankings. We'll start at the bottom. The Buffalo Bills at 10. Can't really dispute that. The Pittsburgh Steelers at 9. That's right. Winning's all that matters. Right above them, you got the Dallas Cowboys. And Laskers, I got to call you out a little bit on this one. You have Baltimore at 7 behind Detroit at 6. Did you not just watch the game where Detroit got absolutely embarrassed by the team you have behind them? But that rounds out his 10 through 6. Let's go 5 through 1. The Jacksonville Jaguars. That is a team that has explosive players all over the offense and speed and pass rush on the defense. They could be a force to reckon with this year. A team that's slowly building up there. That rookie contract, getting better play, surrounded with better players. Above them is the fastest show you've ever seen, the Miami Dolphins at 4. San Francisco 49ers at 3. Your Philadelphia Eagles at 2, and an undisputed number 1 this week, since we only have 2 of them, is the Kansas City Chiefs. That means the Donk Nation number 1 team this week is the Chiefs. We have a tie in second between Philly and San Fran. And then right behind them, we got coming in Baltimore, it looks like. No, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, Detroit, Dallas. We'll go ahead and put Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Cleveland just misses out. So that was the Donk Nation top 10 that I just went through. That's the power rankings. We gave you the power index. We gave you Lasker's call on it. A lot of teams moving. The trade deadline's coming up. A lot of players on the move. Next week will be interesting to see how some of these new guys fit in with their team, since trades are not a lot of things that happen too often in the NFL, but seems to be a more commonplace now. We'll see how that shakes up the power index. We'll make sure we get Gingy's put in there, and if he gets them ready, at least we'll tell you what they are, as we still have some content coming out this week. You know, Steelers Talk still's got to come before the Jaguars game. Make sure you go and catch the Bug Cap if you haven't caught it yet this week. And be sure to tune in next week. We'll get the action out hot, quick, and fast as the Steelers play Thursday. So be ready for some early week content coming in. Donk Nation, Steelers Nation. I gotta let you know I am the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter. The X, your daily dose of Donkey with Ginger, is the YouTube channel where you get all this fun content. Leave us a like, comment, follow. Tell us if there's anything you'd like to see change in any of the current shows, any new shows you'd like to see, or any just random content that maybe can be added to the channel. You guys, you gals, you jacks, you Jennets, you know what time it is. It's time to wave them if you got them. Here we go.